Hello and welcome back to BallySprings. We're in July. I believe we have some crops ready for harvest. So let's have a quick look and ready to harvest. Oh no, we don't. Oh, I could have sworn that these would have been ready. So we have triticale, which is still growing. We have our mint though, which is where you have some actual crop. This bit is, yeah, it's ready to harvest, and we have a very small window enabled to be able to do this because it is due to rain at 11. The other problem we have is we don't have anywhere to actually store the crop. So what we need to, so I was just having a quick look at this. Mint isn't on here, which is, I suppose, good. So we can check. I don't think we actually got a moisture meter. So every time you load into the map for the first time on BallySprings, the shop is a little bit laggy. So you go, measure moisture meter. Let's have a quick look and see if this works. 14.73 for the grain moisture. At the top it might be a little higher. So let's have a quick check up here. 14.5, so not massive difference, but still a difference. And is our oat ready as well? Just randomly running through fields, hoping for the best. At least there's no crop in the ground on that one. So here is our oat, and that's also ready to harvest. So this one will be able to give us an accurate reading. 14.8, so shift and M, oat, 14.8 for moisture. It's quite high, so we might need to wait into a couple of months before that can go into the 13 to 14 range. Because as you can see, ideal moisture between 13 and 14. Harvest too dry, yield drops by 62%. Harvest too wet, drops to 65%. So we might need to wait until we've got some drier weather. So from 7 o'clock this evening, it's dry, and July looks nice and dry as well. So we can get in and do some chopped mint. In terms of mint itself, so mint comes across as chopped mint. Next month is possibly the best month, but it's still not too bad for a sale at the moment. So I think, given our limited window, we might come in and do some harvesting in the mint field, and then July month 2, hopefully it's dry enough to then do this side. We also have some fertilised spreading which we need to do in the clover and alfalfa fields. So nitrogen currently is bad in this one. Triticale's not ready yet. Oat, what is the... I can't imagine the price for selling oat is going to be tremendous. No, it's not. We don't currently have a silo with a dryer. So the longer we have any crops in our area, the worse they're going to be impacted by. So we're going to get the harvester to the mint field first of all, and get set up, and do only our second harvest using the combine. The first time was soybeans, which we sold directly from the field as well. Yeah, and again, we still got some significant crop damage in a number of our fields. So I think it's just going to be a quick harvest in the mint field, and probably sell, like I said, straight from the field until we get something installed as a silo going forward. So we need to save money to be able to get a silo which can also do some drying. before we move on into bigger and better things on this farm. So it might be a case of selling the oat, the triticale straight off this year, and hopefully get enough to be able to get, I knew that was going to happen, a silo at some point. So as always, fantastic driving. Right, let's do the next bit off camera. Minimal crop damage so far, but I have actually managed to get the trailer into the field. So I'm going to back this up, jump out, and hopefully get into the Fiat and move this down here. Not ideal, but there we go, it's there. And this is the first time I've done mint, so drop down, turn this on, and this is the moment I find out it's not a combinable crop, which it's not. Okay, it is down, isn't it? Yes. Right. Is it a mobile crop, and then it needs to be baled? And that would explain why it grew back. I'm just going to do some quick research before I destroy any more of this. But yeah, is it possibly a mowing and baling type thing? Right, 2 moments. Scrap all that. It's raining, so we can do absolutely nothing. Ah, that's my favourite way across to the house. So we're going to move on to July month 2, and hopefully it'll be drier. So apparently we had a window of 30 minutes to be able to do any harvesting, but hopefully July month 2 will be better and give us the opportunity to actually get some crops out off the ground. So we might have some cows now as well, or some babies. So today is going to be nice and dry. So do we have? Yes, we do. We have some babies, which are actually not too bad in quality. So we should see this milk number coming up. We've got quite a few bulls, which we will need to castrate and get them sold. And we've got another Holstein bull as well. So one of the activities which we'll have to do is move these babies into the other cow shed. Don't think we have any babies in here. Let's have a run around the back. No, it's only 10 in there. So nothing in here. No, so they're pretty much due. They've got the red Holsteins who've got a while, and we don't have a bull for the Kerry cow, which we need to sort out. So once they are ready, or once we're able, we're going to move the calves into this one. So this is the 18 by 18 Dutch barn. Right, now let's try again with a mint. Not 100% certain that this is the right thing to do, but we're going to try. Otherwise I am lost as to what you actually need to do with mint, and yeah, it'll be disappointing if we lose the crop, but I'm sure we won't. So let's sneak through the shed, get to the field, and see if we can actually harvest it. And if we can, then I imagine we need to bale it up and sell the bales. But July month 2 should be dry. Let's have a quick check. So yes, dry all the way through to tomorrow. It's not going to be the warmest, but it should give us an opportunity to do what we need to do. Again, possibly need to rent a sprayer to spray in our fields because we won't have near enough fertilizer and slurry to be able to fertilize those fields. Hopefully get into the oat field today as well. Well, we have to get into the oat field today. And yeah, that's... And I've also found a trick for getting into these fields, which is not crashing into the fence. If you reverse up, you generally get a better angle to get into the fields. That's how we eventually got in here with the combine. So, right, let's drop the front mower down. Dip a toe in a little bit. Reverse. That looks promising. Harvest it. Yes! Okay. So, the way to harvest mint is mowing it. So I'm assuming, again, we can bail this up. So let's get some guided steering on, because we're largely incompetent. And let's mow our mint up. That's looking good. Yes, progress. Right, we're going to do this, get the Fiat in here doing the rowing, and then we can get into our oat field and get that one done too. So we have to be careful that we don't run over the crop. So it is quite sensitive. Right, let's get minting.
Off the cob in a cast iron pot. Let it stew low and slow. Made me put on my big girl pants. Stand up tall, keep my nose clean. If it comes, let it come. Take it like a woman. I can still hear her saying, Mama's got a strong heart, beating in her chest, strong arms, holding up the world, one arm. Gotta hold on to that, baby, you might need it later. And you got a strong mind, holding on to everything I say. Strong bones gonna hold up the weight. And your mama's mama had a strong heart, and her mama had a strong heart. Ooh, don't you know, here it comes, you're gonna grow into it, yeah. Your mama's got a strong heart, beating in her chest, strong arms, holding up the world, one arm. Gotta hold on to that, baby, you might need it later. And you got a strong mind, holding on to everything I say. Strong bones gonna hold up the weight. And your mama's mama had a strong heart, and her mama had a strong heart, beating in her chest, strong arms, holding up the world, one arm. Gotta hold on to that, baby, you might need it later. And you got a strong mind, holding on to everything I say. Strong bones gonna hold up the weight. And your mama's mama had a strong heart, and her mama had a strong heart, and her mama had a strong heart.
So as you would have seen, we've harvested the mint, we've baled up, and we've also figured out how to actually do the chopped mint. Wasn't sure if it was a combine or if it was a requirement for a mower, and apparently it's a mower. Then tried to bale it and failed miserably. So we then moved on to the forage harvester, or forage wagon. We could have used the forage harvester as well, I suppose. But yeah, we're here now. We have 26,000 litres of chopped mint in here. So what we need to do is identify where we need to sell it. Closest place and also the best price is the BallySpring Mart, which is hopefully over here. Yes, it's just by the animal dealer. So we're going to head down to there, sell our chopped mint, and so what we can do is turn right by the oat field down there. Happy days, nice. We can go down to the down to the BallySpring Mart. Oh, terrible driving as always. And sell this. Hopefully we should get a decent price. We are also going to have to sell the oat today because we don't have anywhere to store it. We'll look into possible silo options going forward. But yeah, this, hopefully, our £13,000 balance will increase a little bit, and we can start moving forward and looking at potential opportunities for expansion. So, quick drive down to the mart and figure out how much we can actually make for this shop mint. Made it down to the mart and taking a risk by starting the recording while I have to turn in to the sell point, which I've managed to do successfully. I'm quite proud of myself. Just thinking back to one of the comments which I've received, I think it was on one of the Wales videos. Believe it or not, this is my real voice. As to why anyone would use this as an AI voice, I don't know. And the animation for this tipping is not here, but the amount of chop mint is going down, and our bank balance, most importantly, is going up. So that was basically £11,000, which is good. Right, going to collect some more chop mint and come back down to the sell point and see how much more money we can make from this field. So clear that side, let's take a risk and turn right. Don't think I added any beacons. No, I did not. Right, let's get some more chop mint and make some more money. That's another 16-ish, well, 15,900, oh, 16,000, yes, I was right, litres of chop mint all in the forage wagon. So hopefully that is another couple of pennies to add to the coffers. And yeah, it's starting to feel like we are moving forward with money. So we did start off from memory with 50 grand in the bank account. I'm hoping today we'd actually get to about £50,000 again with the oat and with the chop mint. We do have some silage to sell as well, which is good. So yeah, all looking up. So once we're at the sell point again, we'll check back in and see what the final amount from the mint field will be. Don't mind the downhill route to the sell point. The uphill route is a lot more painful, but yeah, this hopefully, again, there is a lot of fingers crossed in this series, I admit, but this should hopefully help. Again, no animation, but the money's going up. Chop mint's going down. And that is another £6,600, which is awesome. So that's good. One thing I do want to check for, again, apologies for going back in and out of the menu, is not tractors. Although, well, that's only 90 brake horsepower. Is that the 90 brake horsepower one? Nope, it's not. Herbicides in the sale, which is good. Herbicide again. There's two of the Marshall trailers which we had. There doesn't look to be any sprayers. Well, there is, but I don't think we're in a position or would want £166,000 to be spent on a sprayer. So no, there is no sprayers. In terms of new options, what do we have? This one is possibly the only one which we would want, and we would want to go for the full hog, which is 78,500. This one, again, if you try and do the whole hog, it's 128,000, so quite expensive. And the only other one is this John Deere, which is 100,000. So even if we just did the pulse and modulation, 66,000. And then this one is 44,000. So still, again, a way off being able to buy that. What our task list, if we kind of look at it, is the oats sale would be the next logical step. And where is the oats need to be sold? See if it appears in the time stave in stock check, which it does not. So oats would be, so 822 is there. Is our best price. The BallySpring Mart is, and again, not a bad price. So 16,000 meters away from where we are now, and it doesn't appear to be anywhere obvious, although it is that way. So if we're looking at where we are, let's sell everything by there. I'm assuming it is at one of the other farms, so we'll probably end up just coming back here for the oat, which is the BallySpring Mart, which is £790 per 1,000 litres. Okay, then it will be the bales. So we got some silage bales in our shed. We can look to move those on, and I'm also rumoured to be a collectible there as well, so we're going to try and have a look for that. Jumbling down the bumpy track of fun from the farmyard, 14,368 litres of oat, currently quality A and a decent moisture level. The issue which we'll have if we store this in the shed, I believe, but I know certainly if you store it in the silo, is that if there is any moisture in there, then the quality will reduce, and you then start to lose a considerable amount of money for the crop you've produced. So if we're storing this to January, it's potentially going to be a lot less money than if we're selling it now, due to the quality dropping quite considerably due to the moisture. So if we had a silo, we could obviously start drying it, happy days, but we don't, so taking the decision to sell it now in order to retain some profit from it, and also gives us a little bit of room for manoeuvre from a money side of things of stuff we need to buy, and we'll probably end up having to do very similar with the triticale in the field, so, well, which is growing in the field at the moment, and probably also the corn as well. So there we go. Have I done something which is stopping the animations? There we go. Cool. So oat is being sold, and that's going to tip us over 40. Nice. 43,146. We did get charged £83 for drying, which I can live with, and 12,100 for the actual harvest. Couple of bales, straw bales in the field, which are going to load up onto the trailer. Just going through the rest of July, and you can see we have had babies, and we are actually producing milk, so 486 litres so far. But yeah, we have a baby. Well, we have several babies, so we need to move them into our other pen, which we're using as our breeding pen, which is this one, which is the 18 by 8 Dutch barn. So hopefully we're going to use the enhancements to the realistic livestock mod to go through and select them, because they all, well, those two are pretty good quality. You're not bad, you're not great. And then all these across. The Holstein babies can go across as well. It feels a bit mean taking them from their mum, but there we go. And we want to move them to... we can't move them in here, can we? So, how do we move them? It's this one. Special. So, move these into the Dutch barn. So, all these bulls across. The one thing I will say is that cows are not the best quality, so we can move selected. Where do we want to put them? In there. Confirm. Happy days. So these should only be adults, which they are, which is good. And then into our other cow pasture, or our other cow thing, shed, not thing. We can open animal dialogue, go into this one. So not due yet. No, so no babies yet in there. We do need to see if there's a Kerry cow, which would, or bull for Kerry, the Kerry bull, which there is, £3,000. So we can go down to the dealer and collect him. Otherwise, we have to pay a charge of £75 to get them. So we are going to make a quick trip down to the animal dealer. We haven't used this in a very long time. So jumping into our landy, we're going to go down, pick up the Kerry bull, and get some additional, hopefully get some babies coming into our farm. The one thing I can't find is our trailer. We've been remarkably disciplined. We've come back and, well, we're on our way back, and we only have one cow. We have the one which we set out to get. Good morning and welcome to August. August month 1, or day 1, was teeming with rain. And what I would like to report is our boy, the Kerry bull, has got busy straight away. We have one baby expecting. So, recovering from last birth. I guess it was already pregnant. Nice. So yeah, he was. They were already pregnant. So we've got a Kerry bull here, which is superb quality. So they're gonna. No, I don't want to sell. Do not want to sell. We want to move the Kerry bull in, the new Kerry bull, into its new enclosure. So we're going to put them into the Dutch barn again. None of our others. This one is expecting. This is expecting one baby. Recovering from last birth. So potentially could sell this one. Gertie is expecting a baby, and so is Sweetie. And we also have another an Angus cow here. So we can move this one across as well to the Dutch barn. So what I would like is to get a selling barn, basically. So this bull could have a great time by getting some more junior bulls in. So Angus cows, we don't have that good quality in selection. The other thing which we need to report on is our crops. So our alfalfa's ready. Our potatoes are also ready. They need to. Sorry, it shocked me. I looked at them. I was like, "Oh no, these look wilted." No, remove foliage. So these are ready to get out of the ground, which is great. And also our triticale, despite the massive amount of crop damage, is also ready too. So today will be all about harvesting, and I would also like to check the used machinery sale to see if there's any options for sprayers which have been introduced. On the face of things, no, that's a nice baler. That's nice trailer. That's a nice trailer. We've got another rear mower, and we've got 108,000 sprayer. Out of interest, it has the weed seeking technology. So, Delta Force weed seeker. If we add that in, that's £47,000. That is very, 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 very tempting. To get the Hardy Delta Force. It's cheaper, I believe, than getting the big version. That is also very interesting, but we could lease that. So basically what we would do is tip our potatoes into here, and it gives us pallets. So that is certainly certainly a worthwhile investment. So, a couple of things which we need to prepare for. We need to get this not crashing against our shed or driving into our shed. Third time lucky. No, fail again. We need to get this somehow into the field and in a position where we can harvest. We also need to, so it should hopefully be a nice dry day. Sorry, that was completely random. Need to get this into the field so we can attach our harvester to it, and we also need to get our cows out to pasture and do a little bit of mucking out too. So, oh god, that looks horrible. Yeah, let's get very stressed out on how we get this into a field without damaging too much crop, which we're already doing. And Alexa's just scared the life out of me by speaking to me. That's not awful, but not good. So if we can turn this so the harvester can detach, and then we can drive away, and we can get on with life whilst the harvester does its thing. Okay, right, let's get harvester attached. Let's get the cows out to pasture, and yeah, let's get harvesting.
But there are some things that we can, so let them be good things like coffee, steam, and sunrise. Spreading soft gold over everything. Quiet work, gates and barn doors opening. I love the way the good Lord shows up in the small things. Oh, it's all in the small things, in the smell of the dirt after the rain. The sun-dried sheets on the clothesline, the harvest coming in the fall. All those little things like coffee, steam, and sunrise, spreading soft gold over everything. Quiet work, gates and barn doors opening. I love the way the good Lord shows up in the small things.
Loaded up and ready to go. All our triticale has been harvested, so we've got 24,500 in this trailer, and the trailer behind us has just under 13,000. So we're going to go down to the grain mill with the grain selling place with the sampler and get this sold and see how much money we can get into our bank account. I've also heard a rumour that there is possibly a collectible down in that area, so yeah, we're gonna have a look and see how much we can get into our bank balance. What I would like to try and get is a silo with a dryer, so we can put our corn in there next time and keep it until its best price, because we don't want to be selling at the worst price throughout the entire time. Baler on the Massey Ferguson was struggling massively going up the hill, as you might have seen from some of the clips, so that's going to be a big task going forward. And when we, oh, that's not good driving, when we go into and has the cart behind us got stuck, possibly. Let's have a look. Yeah, of course they have. So let's be cheeky. Block by an object. Yes, I know. Oh, no, that's on me. Right, let's get this lined up. We can recommence our convoy and get down to the sell point and see how much money we can get from this. So, if you've not used follow me before, right control F. There we go. And we can go into the Massey, into the Fiat, which I was suspecting would be the slower tractor. So, and yeah, get this sold. And here we are after a long journey. Hopefully There we go. We can dump the triticale in here, and we will see, hopefully, our numbers go up. We've got the Massey directly behind, driven by this lovely lady. We're going to replace her, and our numbers are definitely going up. So, in terms of what we hope to get, we've got a 639 drying charge, so 8,200 from that trailer. Lost 700 quid for the drying, which is not amazing. And then we can jump into the Massey with our 13,000 litres in here, and we have got added in. Are we going to get close to 50,000? Don't think so. No, 48,476. So £4,300 minus the drying charge, and there is also potentially a collectible around here, which we are gonna have a quick look to try and find. See if there's anything obvious. There's pallet buying station. Gentleman's there just looking. Is there anything by the silo? Nope. Not in there. By the sheds, possibly. I know we only found the one earlier, the last time, when we were messing around with the sheds. So, no. Okay. Either I'm blind and you were doing the Mr. Tumble moment of shouting and screaming, but we've got £48,476 in the bank. We have the potato harvest next time around. Managed to harvest oats and triticale, plus also bale them both up and get them into the cow shed. I think that is a really productive episode. Next time up, potato harvest. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed, please do remember to like and subscribe, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.